How about now? Can you hear me now? I just switched the microphones out. You should be able to hear me now. Anybody? Yay! I've got so many different cameras hooked up right now that some of the microphones were knocking each other out. So what I was talking about a second ago, which you probably couldn't hear, is I was just kind of going down the list of Doctor Strange cards. So there's 300 cards in the base set, and for Doctor Strange, it's 274 is the base card. So if you've got a low tier card, there's a sticker parallel for it. If you've got a mid tier card, there's a photo variant, which kind of zooms in on their head. And if you got one of the high tier cards, it's an actual foil card. And Doctor Strange has got one of the is in the higher tier, so he's got a foil card. And those foil cards actually look pretty damn cool. And the other thing that I was talking about is the comic clips. There are several different comic clip chases in this set, and one of them is actually from Strange Tales 110, which is Doctor Strange's first appearance. I was saying that I'm not a comic book purist. I don't mind them cutting up comics to make comic clipping cards. Some people get very irate with that. But a Strange Tales 110 it's almost sacrilege to cut it up because people will want this comic pretty much in any grade. A lot of times when they do the comic clipping cards, they pick really trashed comics and pick a good panel off one of the pages, so they're not destroying good comics. But the other Strange Tales that Doctor Strange has got comic clippings from is this one, which is an extremely cool cover. This is, I believe, going to be the Ditko homage or the Ditko variant one. Some of the comic clippings also have coinage on them, where it's got a comic clipping and it'll also have coinage cards on it. Doctor Strange, they got listed Doctor Strange 23 as one, but there are many Doctor Strange 23s. This is the oldest one from his first run outside of the 169 series. 167 is another Strange Tales that they're pulling a comic clipping from, and you can see that Nick Fury is also in here, S.H.I.E.L.D. So the comic clippings may not be Doctor Strange. They may be Nick Fury or S.H.I.E.L.D. And a lot of the Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. ones are Steranko that does the covers. There's another one that there's supposed to be a comic clipping from. And then Strange Tales 165, I've actually got that one in a slab. So it'll be interesting to see what some of the comic clipping cards are, especially the 110, try to figure out what panel they pulled for that, because I think that comic clipping one is just a single card from that, but we'll have to see. The other cards, see if I can pull my other screen up here. So there's a Decades Chase, and that's what the Doctor Strange Decade card looks like. They're shiny. They've got they're not quite foil. They're more kind of like refractor type looking. And there's quite a few cards in there with different artists. This one looks like, for me, they're kind of doing the MCU with the arms swinging around, but that's very much a Kevin Nolan style artwork, a Kevin Nolan outfit, so that might be by him. And then we also have the Fresnel cards, which are they're kind of the acetate kind of thing. They're meant as to looking through a light of a lighthouse or a light tower, those types of things. So those cards are kind of cool too. Most of the Doctor Strange ones, he's either in a high tier, a super short print, or he's got 2 1 of 12 cards, 1 of 30 cards. So for me, for this set is going to be a real pain just because of they're going to be expensive cards just because he's all in the short run sets and stuff like that. But like anything else, I think it works out to Doctor Strange's got at least 8 cards in this set. And with any luck, I may pull one tonight. A shout out to Titan Cards. Titan Cards is going to do a inner case break on, I believe it's going to be Friday at noon. You have to check their feed. But their shipping was delayed, so they couldn't do it on Wednesday. But they're always a good watch, and they'll help you out if they pull a card that you want. You can let them know, and if you're the first one for that character, they'll set them aside for you. So I'll definitely be watching that tomorrow since I've got the day off. Let's set these aside and let's actually talk about the cards. So the Marvel cards are obviously it's an Upper Deck set. Those are really the only physical ones coming out over in Europe or in the UK. They're the Panini cards. But you see a lot of people that will resell these or sell these out. And in the coming weeks and months, once this starts selling out, maybe if it sells out or gets close to selling out, these boxes will go for ridiculous amounts on eBay. One thing you always want to look for is you want to look for the Upper Deck logos on the shrink wrap. That way, because there's nefarious people out there that'll repack boxes and then they'll heat shrink them again, and you'll end up, once they pull a sketch or pull a good card out of there, a couple good cards, they'll just leave the rest of the packs there and fill them with extra packs, and you'll end up getting a box that's skunked, especially if it's a set that you're guaranteed to get a sketch in, like Masterpieces, where you'll normally get a sketch per box. People will do that. So when you buy those boxes, always look to make sure that the logos are on the shrink wrap, because if they use their own shrink wrap, those logos won't be there. All right, so let's go ahead and get at this and see what we got. So again, I'm historically horrible at these cards or at breaking boxes, but I love doing it. I'm old enough. I turned 51 on Saturday, and I just love breaking physical boxes. Anybody who knows me knows I always bag on e-packs and stuff like that, just because it's just going to end up going where you're doing nothing but digital cards and not getting anything physical at some point, because that's the most money they can make up doing the littlest amount of work. But I've always got to get a physical box. So let me see. And I keep the boxes. One of the things that I do for my collection is I keep a few packs, and I keep the boxes for any of the sets that have Doctor Strange cards in them, just so I can use them as a reference and other things. So I'm going to try and not destroy the box when I open it here. Obviously, another thing you want to look for when you buy a box is to make sure that it's actually steel sealed. So let's see if I didn't show it. That's what the front cover art looks like. Not too much on the sides. There's one of those comic clip coin cards. And what they do is the coinage is the how much the comic cost. It's the cover price for the comic that they put on there. Not too much on that one. Not too much on that side. So not a whole lot for anything else around the boxes. What do we got here? 12 cards per pack, 16 packs per box. 12 cards per pack. That's probably the most cards we've gotten in a pack in quite a while. Every now and then you'll get the sets where there's quite a few cards in it, but most of the premium sets, you're only going to get a couple cards in each of those premium sets. All right, so I'm just going to pull the whole stack out here. And then I'll set the box aside so I don't bang it up. All right. So the pack art, when you look at the pack art, Spider-Man, 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 and it looks like they're all the same. I think a lot of the sets that have come out in the recent years, they don't change the pack up art. It used to be that when you got a box set, there'd be, like 3 different versions of the pack art that was inside the box, but it just seems these days they're just going with one version of the art. And the packs are pretty thick since you've got all those boxes in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a good luck shuffle here. Come on, come on, come on. All right, so let's take our first pack. Let's see what we get. And of course, I don't have any fingernails today, so I'm going to have to use scissors. All right, so the base set is old school. It really is like an old school set of Marvel cards, or even an old school set of Star Wars cards. I get some fingernails. Let's see a picture of your fingernails, Amanda. You got some great ones. And then if you look on the back, ooh, oh no, you can tell right away there's different colored cards or non-clayback cards in there. I think they call these clayback cards. Somebody can correct me. But these, they're just the old school cardboard cards. So the first one we got is Reptile. All right. Surge. So obviously an X on her chest. I'm not super familiar with the X-Men characters. I've read X-Men comics over the years, usually the 90s runs. Genesis Vale. Genesis Vale. It's kind of cool, almost in an eternity kind of costume there. All right, so let's see what we got here. Whoops. Wave. Oh, geez. So it's a Defender set, card, team set. This is not the Defenders. Come on. It's not Silver Surfer, Hulk, Doctor Strange, Namor. A little bit of trivia. Silver Surfer actually wasn't in the first Defenders. He didn't come in until issue 2 or the second story for Defenders. But I always consider him part of the original team. Always. All right, so the other glossy card. Okay, so one of the other chases they've got are action figure cards, and I dig these. These are kind of cool. There's not an actual Doctor Strange one, but it's basically like it's a pack for a figure if you were going to go to the store and knock those out. Yes, I'm a Defender snob. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Dre does this all the time. Ah! All right. Oh, okay. So here is one of the foil cards. A Nighthawk. Oh my God. So I like anything shiny. I like the foil cards. So that's a Nighthawk. Agents of Atlas, Luna Snow. I think who was talking about Luna? Was it JD? I can't remember. Somebody was just talking about Luna. There we go. Living Tribunal. The majority of the time, I don't collect non-Doctor Strange cards just because the cards these days are super expensive. But for this set, I want to do the Eternity. I want to do Living Tribunal, any of the celestial, godlike beings. I want to collect those cards too. So that's awesome. That's actually a card I can use for once. And then the Sasquatch. And Major Victory. So that's cool. That's one card out of the first pack that I actually want. So let me go ahead and actually just divide these up real quick. Let's see, where was the foil? There we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right, that's good. Let's get to pack number 2. So I'm not sure how the sketches fall in this pack. I didn't actually look as far as the rarity of sketches. JD Silk Sense must be tingling. All right, so it looks like that we're getting out of each pack, we're getting 3 glossy cards or 3 of the chase cards. So out of the pack, the base Red She-Hulk, Chase Stein. Where's he from? He doesn't look like Thor's godchild. Freaking look at that dude. I don't even know what comic he's from. Eric O'Grady, which I'm guessing is one of the versions of Ant-Man. Next, we've got Cinch. So there's quite a few not oddball cards, but going deep for some of the characters in the set. But if the base set's 300 cards, big, you've got plenty of room to cover the main characters, and then also hit some of those kind of funner, more fun, interesting ones from deep cuts in some of the comics. This one's Echo. Nirvana cover band. Right. So, oh, Black Widow. The toy, totally toys chase. Nice. Okay, so here's one of the Steve Ditko homages. There's a chase of a few cards, not too many, that are Ditkos. Some of them are Strange Tales, some of them are Amazing Fantasy. Obviously, the early Silver Age stuff. Um, one of the most iconic covers around. Also, one of the most expensive comics around. The one sold last year set, well, should have set a record, quasi record. High grade Amazing Fantasy 15 for almost $800,000. Ooh, so here's a Decades card, Miss Marvel. I know somebody who might be interested in that card. But look at that. It's foil, but it's kind of almost lenticular, kind of, I don't know what you call that. Flashbacks to the 70s. I love the shiny stuff. So that one's cool. Wind Dancer, another interesting one. Not sure what it says. Xavier Institute. So I'm assuming an ex-person of one type or another. Joe Costa. It's kind of interesting. All white. What do we got? Alex Power. All right, so he's got like a FF on his belt. Is he one of the kids? And then Bucky. Stoked for Vision and WandaVision ends Friday. It's going to be the final episode. Everything I've heard, everybody's pretty much expecting Strange to pop up and maybe hopefully reveal who the baddie's going to be, like Nightmare. See who the bunny turns into. But also, I think it's March. The next one will be Winter Soldier and Falcon, and it looks pretty funny. It looks like one of those buddy comedy kind of things. It looks like it'll be pretty interesting. And then after that, who's after that? There's another series I already got ready to rock up right after that. We're pretty much going to have a Marvel series on Disney Plus for most of the rest of the year, I think. They just need to make the episodes longer than the 30 minutes. All right, what is this? Pack number 3. I know I'm going a little slow, but I'm trying to enjoy these cards since I don't break boxes too often. So we got Domino. Nice Domino. M. You got only one letter in your name. You got to be powerful or important. Elsa Bloodstone. So Bloodstones are an interesting character. They're currently, I don't know if it's Elsa here, but one of the Bloodstone girls is in one of the Marvel comic book runs that I think went 5 issues. It had Doctor Strange in it, Iron Man, Ironheart. A-bomb. I almost read that wrong. You don't know how hard it is for me not to swear when I do these streams. Watched Andre's great podcast today, and he bleeped like 4 times, 5 times. Andre, Dre, dirty putty mouth. I tried so hard not to swear on mine. I did a good job, I think. I didn't hear any bleeps. Oops. All these cards are standard weight so far, so they're all fit into a 35 pointer. So Mach 1. All right, so we got a Gambit action figure card. Pretty cool. Oh, and then a Thanos. Nice. Punisher. He looks like he's just turned 50 and has to go to the doctor and get his annual exam. Oh my word. You can't have a Punisher card where you don't see the logo on his chest or a gun. Balls. If you haven't checked out the Marvel podcast, Irons podcast, and Norns podcast, Andre's on it this week. Great. Talked about a lot of cool stuff, a lot of stuff outside cards and that. Give it a listen. I'm horrible with podcasts normally because I get distracted. I can't be one of those guys that listens to a podcast and does like house chores and stuff because I just start ignoring the podcast and don't realize that I'm not listening to it. So I have to really focus on them. So Jubilee. Warlock, not Adam Warlock, which Adam Warlock in the 90s was awesome. All right, Machine Man. And Balder the Brave. Right. Next pack. Don't cut the cards. Don't cut the cards. All right, hold on. It's my birthday weekend. I can do whatever I want. All right. So the another chase set is the 4-card lenticular puzzles. Those come in a they come all together in one pack, so you don't have to hunt around for them. So they're a little bit different. I was one of the breaks I was watching earlier. They said you could really feel the pack, and it was kind of squishy because they come packed in a sleeve, plastic sleeve, so you can kind of tell that they're in there. So we got a Miss Marvel. Psylocke. So we got, what's the next card set coming out? Is it going to be the X-Men? Or I thought we were going to get the Diamond for the Black Diamond first, but with the way the release schedule's been, oh, thanks, Amanda. The way the release schedules have been and everything getting pushed back, I really don't know what set's going to be next. But we've got the X-Men set coming out. We've got Black Diamond, which is going to be a cool set, but extremely expensive. You only get a few cards in it. I only saw one pre-sale come up, and it was in Canada many months ago, and they were listing $299 a pack, I think it was. So we'll have to wait and see when it actually comes out. For my box, I from what I've been seeing for people that have been buying them from the comic shops, they've been getting them for about 130-ish, upwards to 150 a box. I know some people get upset with DNA, Dave and Adams, and stuff like that. But if you order your boxes on their first pre-sale, it's the cheapest price you're ever going to find. Once they sell out of the pre-sale and once it comes back up on their website is when they get the product in. And it's been, for the past couple series, it's been double. So my box only costs $69 or $79. But as soon as it came up this week for sale again on the site, it was like 130 or 139 or whatever. So if you're looking at any of these boxes and you're interested in them, buy them when the pre-sales first come up. Buy as many boxes as you think you're going to want, because that's going to be the cheapest price you're ever going to find the boxes at. As soon as they go live and they get the inventory in, it's going to be double the price at least. X. Oh, Unleashed, yeah. So Winter Guard. So this is a team card. It's the first one I've seen on just a regular Clayback one. All right, so we got a Gamerverse card. This is the first Gamerverse card that I've seen so far. This one's for Vulture. So let's see what the back looks like. that's what the back of the Game Reverse card looks like. And just because I haven't seen one of these yet, Vulture, Upper Deck's got a picture. So there's nothing special on the back. It's just another who they are and where they come from kind of synopsis. It doesn't give like stats or anything like that. For a Game Reverse card, you'd almost think that that would be like a stat card where they'd put some stats on it or something. I used to love those early sets that had the stats on them. And then you look at your favorite character and you're like, why the hell did they only give them a 4? All right, so we got another foil card. This one's going to be Bucky Barnes. Shiny, love the shiny. And then we got Guardians of the Galaxy, Phyla Vale. Phyla Vale? Not sure about that one. Nice. Then we've got Boom Boom. I won't give you any spoilers. I was going to mention something about them Doctor Strange movies, but all right, Paladin. Yeah, cool. Which is nice, every now and then to get some sets that have some really deep cut characters out of it. As long as you're still getting, the main hitters in. Dum Dum Dugan. Yeah, the foil cards. I love any of the shiny stuff. The foil cards are cool, but I'm really digging the foil on these decade cards. That just harkens back to the 80s. All right, another pack down. Toss those over there. A couple of those cards weren't seated in this pack. All right, so Lyra. Looks like a She-Hulk. Night Thrasher. One of these days coming up in a few weeks, I'm just sitting on the couch bored out of my mind. I'm going to have to pull up the Googles and the interwebs and Google some of these characters. Phantom X. That's like a good 60s bad guy name, like Paste Pot Pete. Chamber. Weren't you talking about Dre on your podcast? You were talking about a character that had a mask on or whatever that had fire under it or whatever. I thought somebody said something about Chamber. Might not have been the right one. Night Trasher. All right, so we got another team card. This one's going to be the Avengers. We got Hulk, we got Thor, we got Iron Man, we got Ant-Man, and the Ant Girl. I'll call her Ant Girl. Anybody like the Ant-Man movies with Paul Rudd in it? I like Paul Rudd. He's funny as hell. Right, so we got a Rogue. So far, not a lot of dupes for a card set that's got a lot of cards in it, a lot of base cards in it. Sometimes you end up breaking a box and you get a ton of duplicates and you can't put a set together or come close to putting a set together. There's no way you'll get a full set out of one box. You'll probably end up having to do, 3-ish boxes or whatever. All right, Beta Ray Bill. Really hoping he comes up in one of the movies coming up. They had him in, what was it, Ragnarok? He was one of the statues on the side of the building where they fought. But I'd love to see him in one of the live action movies. Cosmic Ghost Rider. Dark Guardians. I know someone who might want that one too. All right, we got U.S. Agent. Oh, Jesus. Gel Petperdon. That is a weird one. And Nighthawk again. So that might be our first dupe so far. All right. Oh. There we go. Next pack. Need to steal somebody's catchphrases just so I can yell stuff out and rub cards together and get all sorts of big banger cards because I get nothing. So we got Speedball. Speedballs, because he's blowing bubblegum bubbles. Perfect. Could be my favorite name so far. Maggot. What's up, Maggot? Harkens back to my drill instructor days in the Marine Corps. Gertrude Yorks. No idea where that one comes from. But Gertrude does not look happy. You didn't eat your vegetables. Something's going on there. We got Alpha. Dr. Nemesis. Another game reverse, Mr. Negative. Captain America. Jack Power. Then we got a Nova Champions card. Julie Power. Taskmaster. Master. Black Marvel. All right, next pack. Prodigy. What is that? Novar. Miles Morales. Some Spider-Man action. Wiccan. Sentry. An uber powerful character. All right, so we got MODOK for one of the action figure cards. Then we got Falcon for one of the action figure cards. Oh, and we got another foil. This one's going to be Quicksilver. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Love the shiny. Darwin. Oh, Moon Knight. Awesome. I've always liked the costume. I saw Delato do a Moon Knight the other day. Just fantastic and cool. Didn't really, I bought some of the comic books, but I really couldn't get into some of the storylines. Sabra? And Jean Grey. All right. So next we got Hazmat. Like my daily job, Hazmat. Scar. I hate hummus. My wife likes it. It's ground up chickpeas. It has no taste except for what you put in it. Block Slide. Never heard of that one. Superior Spider-Man. All right, so we got another team card. This one's going to be X-Men. We got Wolverine on there. We got Storm, Jean, Gambit, the old beanie one eye. Another Gamerverse. This time, Silver Sable. Interesting character. I used to have the first appearance of Silver Sable, and some of her early comics. Then we got Moon Boy. So when you run out of names, you have no more ideas left. That's what Stanley used to do. Go to the encyclopedia, give me an animal name that starts with a C or an S. Hey, Colton, how's it going? So Triathlon, an Avenger. So he can swim, bike, and run, but can he actually defeat anybody except in a race? Then we got Hepzibah. Kind of an elfish looking character. That's weird. And then we got the Wolverine. If you don't sing it, it doesn't count. All right, the last card in this pack is going to be Eric Koenig. Hepatitis. Oh, I'm sure there's more than one character named after a bloodborne pathogen. All right, here we go. Next pack. See what we got. Hulkling. Few Hulk characters. Mercury. Because she's silver. Nico Minoru. I usually only get one, Colton, because they're very expensive these days. I should have actually got 2 boxes of these because these weren't too bad when they first came out as far as price goes. I always just try to get at least one so I can break it because I just love breaking new boxes. Elixir. So normally one, at least one, just because I only collect one character. It doesn't make really much sense for me to buy too many boxes and waste all that money because it's all going to be cards that I'm not going to need for any reason. Victoria Hand. All right, so we got a Beast action figure card. Got actually quite a few of those and no dupes yet. All right, so here's an X-Men. We do have one of those already. Oh, here we go. I can use this one just because it's an Eternity card. Put that in my keeper stack. Bishop. Again, back in the 90s, some great art in the comics for Bishop. Some great X-Men storylines. Jamie Madrox. He got his Mad Rocks. It looks like his rocks are mad. He does not look like his rocks are happy. He might have sat on his rocks or there's something going on there. Demolition Man. And, all right, stand corrected. Best name of the night, The Wizard. And he's yellow. The Yellow Wizard. That one's awesome. I should just throw that on eBay for like $5,000. Just why not? All right, so Power Man. X-23. Warwolf. Old Man Logan. I almost thought it was the Blob when I first pulled the other card off the top of it. Yeah. Send the Wizard in to see if we can get a 10. Jim Mint Wizard. That's freaking hilarious. Okay, this dude's just named Skin. I got a Green Goblin for an action figure card. Here's another Ditko. It's a Daredevil cover. So that's only the second Ditko we've gotten so far. Artist Spotlight. Firebird. Stryker from Avengers Academy. Caliban. Cypher. Which looks like he's got Warlock's arm. And the last one out of this set, Lockjaw. Looks like he's wearing a diaper. It's just the bottom part of the card, but it almost looks like he's wearing a diaper. Don't poop in the house, dog. That's a big dog. Big dogs mean big poop. No plates in this set, as far as I've seen on the checklist. That's maybe something they'll probably hold for E-Pack. They've been kind of doing that lately. But as far as plates go, not sure how desirable they're going to be. Hope Summers. Gambit. Don't poop on the house, more like it. Scarlet Spider. So even though Doctor Strange has a ton of cards in the set, of course, we haven't gotten a Doctor Strange card yet. Songbird. Check out that hair. Winter Soldier. A Shuri. Let's see. And then we got another Avengers, so we got a duplicate of that. So we got a couple duplicates of some of the team sets here. Oh, we got another foil. Thor. Shiny, 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 shiny. Awesome. Metal. Never heard of that one. Looks like Red Skull with muscles. Avengers Academy. Snowbird. Then JD, did you do some snowbirds for Dre? Didn't you do some snowbirds for JD? Is that a snowbird? What was that character? Justice. And Red Guardian. All right, next pack. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs left. All right, so Cable. Quake. Hal Warner. No idea. Somebody crashing. War Machine. Carolina Dean. Hydra Bob. What is he, just like a generic red shirt henchman? We got a Rogue action figure. Oh, and another one, Falcon, which is a dupe. Oh, here we go. There's another Decades for Luke Cage. Nice. Then we got Blue Marble. Gamora. Misting Knight. All right, and the last card in that one is Quicksilver. Marrow. Stature, really. They're really stretching the dictionary for these names now. It's got great posture. Darkhawk. There was a great, in the comic book groups on Facebook, there's a great thing about Darkhawk, and it's kind of a running joke and kind of an example of market manipulation, but just to be fun, where people would buy Darkhawks just to bump the price up because you could buy them for nothing. And Ghost Spider. Gravity. All right, another Shuri. Shuri. Got that one already. Miles Morales action figure. I'd like to get into collecting. Yeah, Colton, it's getting back into the cards or doing the cards is honestly, this day and age, it costs a pretty decent amount of coin just because of all the peril. If you're looking at, for me, I try to be a completionist, right? I twitch if I have to pass up a card. But they're just so expensive, especially when they do red spectrums and stuff where they're 101s. And there's Tag. Doctor Strange in the past, he's been around forever. You know, he's technically one of the earliest Marvel characters, but he's never really been considered A team or top tier. He's still not top tier, you know, like Wolverine in that, but he's second tier now, so you're gonna end up paying quite a bit. Callisto. What was the bottom part of that? Dude. Let's see, maybe one day. I do. I've got a group of people that will trade cards because we collect specific characters and we'll trade those cards around. Strong guy. These cards, these base cards really aren't going to be worth a whole lot. If you get a whole set put together and stuff, you know, you might be able to get something out of them. But a lot of times you just use them for trading too, because a lot of guys don't want to sell their cards; they just want to trade for the cards they need. So you got to have kind of a stockpile of stuff to trade. All right, we're down to 3 packs. All right. There's something in this one. I did not, when I read the checklist, I did not see anything where pretty much you're kind of guaranteed a specific card per box, like a sketch card or whatever, but there's something in this one. So let's see what we get. So we're going to start off with a Molly Hayes. Okay. Then we got a Jessica Jones. Basketball Jones. Then we get a Living Lightning. I got a Steve Ditko, another Spider-Man with Mysterio. All right, I'm gonna be a wad and hold on to that one. There's a Speed Demon. Karma. What the heck is this? North Star. All right, just because it'll end up being nothing. I'll guarantee it won't be nothing. But I'm going to set that one aside. I'm going to open these last 2 packs, and I'll save that to the last. I'll get my hopes up. There'll be something that, yay, something I can trade for, you know, something decent. All right, so let's see what we got here. Maurice Cho. Alex Wilder. Red Hulk. Finesse. Finesse. My God. Tag. You're it. It almost like he's got the football flag tag things hanging down his side. Those are probably just his little striped suit. All right, so we got another Game Reverse. This one's going to be Electro. Gambit action figure card. Ooh, okay. This is the first Flawless we've gotten out of this pack. And it's a Miles Morales Flawless. Look at that. Ha! More shiny. Just notice I keep looking down to look at the cards, and I just show my bald spot the whole time as I do that. Colton, you talking about the tattoo variant? Look at that. That's awesome. Miles Morales. Oh, excuse me. Flavorful, not Flawless. I don't know why I said Flawless. It was Flavorful. Oh, and then we got the Silk. Jack of Hearts. Haven't seen that guy in a while. Yeah, that. I don't know what they call it. Are they calling it the tattoo variant cover? Very cool. I picked it up last week. It is a very cool alt cover. Raza Long Knife. and Thor. All right, let's bust this last pack, and then we'll go back to whatever the hell's in the middle of that other pack. Why don't you just be a cardboard spacer and it be blank? It kind of looked clear. Looked like it might be a Fresnel. All right, so Cecilia Reyes. A Deadpool. Oh, he's got a like an animal fur cloak cover on there. Then we've got Helion. Then we got Patriot. Blink. Another Falcon action figure. New team card, Alpha Flight. Well, that brings me back to a few decades in the past. Thunderbird. Iron Lad. He's not an Iron Man. He's an Iron Lad. He's got some work to do. Does that literally say Skids? I'm not freaking out, right? That says Skids. Her name is Skids. I may take the top name. Wizard. I thought Wizard was going to be the top name of the night. Oh, hell yeah. Howard the Duck. If I can't get a Doctor Strange. Howard the Duck in the house. And then the last one out of this pack is a Hulk. All right, so let's go back to this other one here. So we left off with the Steve Ditko Spider-Man. Then we've got a Colossus action figure. We've got another Finesse. It is a Fresnel. It's Wasp. So if you look, it is it's a thick card. It's an acetate card like the acetate sketch cards. So it's pretty thick. So it's clear. Again, it's supposed to look like you're looking through the lens of like a lighthouse. And then on the back, again, another descriptor. So that's actually cool. I like this Fresnel card. These are cool. There's a Doctor Strange Fresnel on eBay right now. Guy started it off at 99 cents. I think it's up to $15 now, but I'm gonna have to check that out. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So as far as some of the more important cards, we had the Fresno. We ended up with 3 Ditkos, 1 Daredevil, and 2 Spider-Mans. Obviously the first one. Then the one with Mysterio. And then that's the Daredevil. We ended up with quite a few of the other cards. Only 4 of the Game Reverses. We had this Flavorful, which is really cool. If you get it at the right angle, there we go. That's really cool. Then we had, for the Decades cards, we had a Luke Cage. and a Miss Marvel. Know somebody who might want the Miss Marvel. And then for the foil cards, again, the high tier, or the third tier of cards, there's their parallel is a foil. So we had Bucky, we had Nighthawk, we had Thor, and Quicksilver. So I have no idea if any of these cards are going to be worth anything for trading. What was the... I didn't write down the foil parallels, how unique they were. But yeah, so awesome. Thanks everybody who hopped on. If you're grabbing any cards or trying to get cards or breaking boxes in the next few days or whatever, I wish you the best of luck to get the cards that you need. If you haven't seen the checklist, I'm sure Beckett's got theirs up too, but I got mine off Cardboard Connection and it seemed to have pretty much everything there. So we'll leave with... Let me show something. I'll show something off the shelf here. Here, I'll show two things. So I'll just reach over to something that's in hand. These are two of the three Doctor Strange 1970s Halloween costumes. Ugly as hell. It's the trash bag ones where it just basically had the plastic bag you pulled over that had a design on it, and then the crazy little face mask with the rubber band on it that you put on. But they're really cool. They did several characters back in the 70s, but they're one of my vintage collections. I like it. All right, so have a good night, everybody. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys this weekend and see some more live streams. All right, later.